Today we are going to recognize our senior class. 5 wrestlers, 2 managers. Janet joined us this year. She was formerly went to high school at Richfield, which is where I got my first head coaching job. I was the head coach there for 9 years, so it was pretty awesome to have someone join us from that program. She was a manager for the Richfield program and joined us this year, and it was an absolute great addition to our wrestling manager staff. She's a great young lady. Loved all the time and effort she put into our program, and can't thank her enough for everything she did to help out with the program and for being available and just doing all the little stuff that people really don't like to do. Andrew's been with us for a few years. She is also the yearbook editor, president of the Diversity Club. She was the one that took a lot of awesome pictures. She took a picture of me and my son sitting on the mat at sections, which is probably my favorite picture ever. Andrea was there all the time. She also works. She's got family stuff going on, but she always found time to come to practice to help out. Again, the sacrifices she made for our program, I don't know if I can put into words how much I appreciate the stuff that she did. And I look forward to seeing what Andrew's going to do moving into the future. Connor Sopland. What can I say about Connor? You can see his GPA there. He's a member of our gold level academic team. He was a member of our leadership council. Also a football player, ran track. Connor's had all kinds of different injury setbacks throughout his entire high school career, including his dislocated elbow last year at Northfield. But he kept fighting back. He kept coming back, has made himself into one heck of a really good athlete through sheer willpower and hard work. He's been an awesome role model for all of our younger wrestlers, not as just his work ethic in the weight room, but how he treats people, how he acts around the school, just the type of person he is. He has such high character. Wasn't always in the starting lineup, but he always came hard. He worked. He knew his role on the team. He embraced his role on the team, which isn't always the easiest thing to do, especially as a senior. But he did, and we're very grateful for him for that and for all the work he did as a leader on the team and being a great role model for our younger kids. Connor Sopland's an awesome young man, and I'm excited to see where he goes in the future. Trevor Olson was our heavyweight. Also plays football, track team. He's a member of our leadership council this year. He was a section place winner, which made him 2 years in a row. Plans on attending a 2-year school. Trevor is another one, has knee issues all of the time. We had to find different braces that were legal that he could wear to try to keep that knee in place for him. Fought it through football, fought it for the last couple years, basically, but kept coming to practice, kept working hard. When he'd have an opportunity, he would always take advantage of it. He's one of those sort of easygoing guys. Always has a little smirk on his face that sort of just puts you at ease. Again, he's involved in all kinds of things around school. Works full-time at Hy-Vee, or not full-time, but works at Hy-Vee. High character, great work ethic. Sky's the limit for Trevor Olson. Seth Goudreau. That picture right there says it all. What a great young man. You can see his GPA, over a 4.0 GPA. Member of our leadership council for a couple years. Varsity letter winner. He tried to get into a couple of the academies and is now settled on going to UMD Duluth as a member of the Air Force ROTC scholarship program, which means his schooling is going to be paid for, and he's going to major in mechanical engineering with the hopes of eventually being a pilot. I would trust Seth Goudreau to fly me around any day. Never had to worry about Seth doing the right thing. He comes from a great family, great upbringing. He's such a good role model for all our younger wrestlers, football players, any sport he was in. I hope those younger kids took notes of how Seth acted, how Seth treated other people. Talking to Seth, the perspective he has for an 18-year-old young man is out of this world. He's always very thoughtful with how he says things, does things. He's just an awesome role model. I don't know if I could say enough good things about Seth Goudreau. Sky's the limit for this kid. I can't wait to see what he does with his life. Luke Werke. So I've had the pleasure of working with Luke for about 5 years. He's a football player, defensive back, so I get to work with him all fall, all summer, and then all winter through wrestling. Luke just has this calmness about him that football, I'd start to look at him. He'd just look at me and just give me that Luke Workey smirk and just say, "Coach, I got this. We're fine." I think it was the section finals. Luke slammed his kid, got called for a slam. The kid is down getting looked by the medical, and I'm freaking out thinking, if this kid goes out, we're not going to the state tournament. Luke walks over with a smile on his face thinking, I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. And then, typical Luke, just let it roll off your back, keep working hard, and good things are going to happen. And good things happen for Luke Workey. He placed in the state tournament this year. You can see his accomplishments there, 33-6 record, 82 career wins, member of the 30-win club. He's all-conference honorable mention, section champ, all-state, taking 5th place in the state this year at 195. He is going to Minnesota State Mankato to play football. Mankato got a great find because this Luke is one of the most genuinely great kids I've ever worked with. And I'm going to miss my relationship with Luke Workey, but I can't wait to watch him play football at Mankato. Last but not least, Luke Peterson. What a record or career this young man has had. 40 wins this season, 127 career, one of the few members of our 40-win club, all-conference, section champ. He was a state runner-up this year, the state tournament, 2-time state place winner, 4-time state entrant. But that is just scratching the surface of Luke Peterson. I nominated him, and he was chosen as a positive athlete last spring. He hosts a wiffle ball tournament to raise money for Special Olympics. You watch him with little kids, and what a great role model he is. He just has that personality that people, especially little kids, flock to. He's very easy to get along with. He has a huge heart. He's always looking out for other people. Outside of being a good football player, a great wrestler, and pretty good at lacrosse for not really playing it very much, he's an even better human being. He is going to Minnesota State Southwest in Marshall next year to wrestle for the Stangs. And we're going to miss Luke Peterson. He's been a staple in our program for 6 years. But I can't wait to watch him grow and become an even better person and better wrestler in college, because he is still just scratching the surface with how good of a wrestler he can be. I'm going to miss his senior class. They have done been great role models for our program for 4 years. But I'm very excited to see what they make of themselves moving forward. And we'll miss you. We love you. But do great things with yourself.